Welcome back. Thank you very much for staying with us. This is SA Today on SABC News with me, Flo Ledwaba. Well, Deputy President David Mabuza is in fact visiting the home of the late Kebby Maphatsoe. Mapatsoe served as the Deputy Minister for Defence and Military Veterans between 2014 and 2019. Let's get an update. We now cross live to our reporter Natasha Phiri, who's outside his home there. A very good afternoon to you, Natasha. I'd imagine that quite a few dignitaries, and particularly those that are MKV veterans, as well as ANC leaders, would have been arriving as well during today and during the time, of course, that we've been hearing of the passing of Ntate Mapatsoe. Please tell us what's happening now at the home of Ntate Mapatsoe.
Well, definitely, Flo, and good afternoon to you. And of course, to our SABC viewers, indeed, many dignitaries have arrived, and you correctly cited there that the Deputy President, Mr. David Mabuza, has actually arrived here at the Mapatsoe family home. We've seen quite a number of high-profile ANC members also here. Actually joined, who's behind me here, by Kebby Maphatsoe, who's the ANC chief. Of course, Flo, when this news broke out on Tuesday of his untimely passing, I beg your pardon, on Monday of his untimely passing, Mapatsoe was one of the first people that we actually spoke to. And, you know, who could forget how emotional she was at that time. And we'll just also speak to her again. I mean, of course, it is a somber mood here outside the Mapatsoe family home. We'll just speak to her about, you know, his legacy and what she remembers about Mapatsoe. Mama, thank you so much for joining us in SABC News. I mean, the first time my colleague spoke to you, quite emotional about Mapatsoe's passing. I mean, a few days have passed now. I mean, how are things? How are you grappling with his passing?
Thank you very much, and to the viewers at home. It was indeed a very emotional day. It was less than 10 minutes when SABC called me. I was still trying to accept those news. I've learned to accept that Comrade Kebby is no more, and what we must do, we must focus on his legacy in ensuring that we pick up the spear and move forward on the transformation of this country, especially on economic emancipation of women, because Comrade Kebby believed on economic emancipation, especially of women in rural areas, in ensuring that we bring former combatants from all political parties into the front, at the front, where they can tell the history, rewrite our own history. So that is one thing that we're supposed to honor Honorable Mapatsoe with, liberation route, and connect the continent, each and every place where we were in exile. Let's connect that, put it together, so that we tell our history as it is.
Mapatsoe, talking about his history and I mean his legacy, he played quite a pivotal role, you know, in ANC politics. He cut his teeth in ANC politics at a very young age, especially his role in the MKMVA.
In the MKMVA, we really owe it to them. They've liberated this country. It was not fashionable at the time to be in politics. It's either you are going to die or you'll end up in prison. But he sacrificed his youthfulness, left the school to go and join the ranks of Umkhonto weSizwe. But when he came back, he did not sit on his laurel. He made it a point that he's part of the transformation agenda. And for that, I really appreciate him. When he was not deployed in cabinet, some members, they decided to resign. They cannot be ordinary backbenchers, but Comrade Kebby has been there as a backbencher. Then he became a whip, so it meant he was not there for positions. He was there to serve, and he has served with distinctions, I must say.
Mapatsoe, we also heard from his brother, Joe Mapatsoe, saying that Kebby's last dying wish was that everybody be involved in his funeral. By the means of everybody, I mean the ANC government and the MKMVA. How well are you in those tracks to ensuring that his last dying wishes are actually met?
I fully support and embrace that. We must respect the wishes of a person that is no more, and we must all unite in ensuring that what he wished for the ANC to be united, we must display that in action during the preparations of his funeral. Even for the funeral, it's not going to assist us to attack one another. And let's not focus on all the shortcomings that Comrade Kebby had. No one is an angel. All of us will make mistakes. You can only make a mistake when you are hard at work.
And then just lastly, in terms of his funeral arrangements, can you tell us anything? I know that you are supposed to be briefing us after this about his memorial service.
I know that the ANC is organizing a memorial service tomorrow at 3 o'clock. We will be represented as the ANC caucus. On Sunday, the funeral will take place in Protea, and it is important that the family has also honored that he grew up in that area. So he wants to be his send-off to be in that particular area. The ANC will be in the program, the MKMVA, the colleagues that were with Comrade Kebby in exile. And we are saying for that wish to be fulfilled, all of us must be disciplined and adhere to what he wanted to see. He did not put Parliament as one of the speakers, and we're at peace with that, because there are many people who know Comrade Kebby. And if we are not on the program as Parliament, as caucus, the ANC is on the program. It must not be about an individual. It must be about the ANC, and the ANC will live and lead during this funeral of Comrade Kebby. We must close ranks as the ANC.
Mama, thank you so much for your time. Of course, we will catch up with you after this. Flo, well, there you have it. You've heard it from Kebby Maphatsoe, now also confirming to SABC News that the memorial service of the late Kebby Maphatsoe will be held tomorrow at 3 p.m. And of course, his I beg your pardon, his farewell or his funeral will be held on Sunday in Protea. Of course, we will bring you the latest in regards to the Deputy President, Mr. David Mabuza, who will be briefing the media outside here. And shortly afterwards, we know that the likes of Carl Niehaus will also be speaking to us. From that, it's back to you in studio.
All right, thank you very much to Natasha. They're talking to us from Alberton this afternoon, outside the home of the late Kebby Maphatsoe, former MKMVA president, and of course, as we know, as former minister, deputy minister of military veterans. Let's take a look at our focus